I never thought this would happen, but it's been one of my biggest dreams. I've always wanted to backpack through Europe, but if you told me a year ago that I would do it on a cruise, I'd tell you to stop lying. But here we are, 10 months in the making. I'm on a cruise to the Mediterranean. It's a feeling that cannot be fully explained, but I'll try. It's the excitement mixed with all the emotions about something that took so long to plan. Something that took years to come true. I still can't believe this is real. The journey started on August 24th. Taxi to JFK Airport, flight to London, flight to Pisa, then a bus ride to the port to board the ship in La Spezia, Italy. I got roughly 3 to 4 hours of sleep through that whole journey, but my body was running off pure adrenaline. Just when I thought I was finished with bus rides, we had to take another shuttle to the ship. But eventually, we made it. Exhausted, but happy. Little did I know, this was about to change very quickly.
Hello, birdies.
I'll tell you all about that later. As of now, let's go explore the ship. Honestly, this was the part I was looking forward to the most. Journaling on the balcony at night. Today we get to explore Naples, Italy, our first stop on the ship. And since we didn't dock until 1 p.m., we had breakfast at the buffet. I like sitting by the windows so I can get the best view of the sea and watch as land appear.
Good morning from Naples, Italy. We're currently backing into the port. I've never seen this. Mommy.
We were still exhausted from the day before, but we were ready to experience what Napoli had to offer. So we expertly dodged all the taxis selling tours at the port, asked the lady at the information booth where she recommended we visit, and set off on our own to dive into the wonders of the old center. I am in awe. That chocolate gelato was vegan and incredibly rich. The snack, well seasoned. The streets, small as hell, but somehow it all works. We had pizza at the first pizza shop in the area, and I ate the entire pie. I did. Around every corner, there is a surprise, and all of it could not be explored in one day, much less the limited time we had to get back to the ship. But we made the most of it. I really appreciate the care that was put into keeping the streets clean and how nature fused with the buildings. It just goes to show that it's not hard to take care of your environment. You just have to care. Time always seemed to fly by when you're having fun. And before we knew it, we had to head back to the ship.
We can walk. We can walk.
I feel like it was enough time to fully experience Napoli the way we truly wanted to. But besides the rude locals, we had a wonderful day. Now, let's go to dinner. Yeah, that wasn't a good idea. Maybe the buffet will be better. Never mind.
It's early and it's late. It's almost 3 a.m. in New York, and it's after 8, going to 9 here in the morning. Yeah, let's go start.
It's day 2, and today we're going to the beach. My sister took charge today and expertly navigated the buses to a local beach. She said it was like navigating New York City's subway.
The bus is free.
So, pretty straightforward. We stopped at a local shop to get water because it's best to support local businesses, especially if you're only in town for a day.
Un saluto.
Saluto.
Saluto, saluto. Ciao, ciao a tutti.
Saluto.
Ciao, salutiamo. Salutiamo. Ciao.
Grazie.
Well, more like a few hours. But then we were off to the beach.
Gosh, the walk's so hot. Water nice? Woo! Woo! The rocks over there are so holy shit. So it's all rocky? All rocky. Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's fine, that's fine.
They're bigger and they're smooth, but there's rocks.
So we needed swim shoes.
Like shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's so crazy? I had that in my car. I was like, what if I got swim shoes? Damn it. Damn it.
Okay,
But it's so pretty. It's so if you come out here, it's a little better, but take your time. Take your time. Yeah, it's just a little better over here. Hold on, Mom, I come for you. Hold on. Bend your knees, please. It's just slippery. Bend knees. Please don't fall. Please don't fall. I'm gonna laugh at you. You know, he wouldn't be laughing, my son. Careful. My goodness. It's okay. You're almost reaching the bigger one. Yep. No, they standing in this shit. They probably have on feet. No. Oh, well, we're used to it. They used to it. Okay. See how the rocks feel a little bigger over here? Little better? You did not. You have to hold on. You forgot your shoes over here. That shit hurts.
We're from the Caribbean, where the beaches are sandy, so we were having the hardest time enjoying the water. Mom gave up and got out, and I stayed in the longest to play mermaid. There's something so calming about water. I love it so much. So even the rocky beach wasn't going to stop me from enjoying the sea. We're in Palermo, Italy, and we just finished with the beach. It was a very rocky beach. And now we're going back to the ship, but we're going to take the local bus, like how we did to get here, in order to get back. And on the way coming, I met the two awesome people, Marina, sorry if I messed your name up, and Gabrielle. They're sweet people, so hi guys, if you're watching. The beach, the water was very clear. The rocks just made it a little hard, but it was a good experience. And I'm walking across the street. But so far, lovely.
It's a whole video, guys.
And at least you get lemon.
Right?
It has seasoning.
Well, we got a winner.
It has seasoning. It looks dry.
That's how much? The raspberries good.
It started good and then it went left. Like really quickly. Okay. Yeah. Welcome to Malta. We have to take a shuttle boat to Centro and then we shall find wherever we're going with the cruise. Or not a cruise, a guide or something. Something. I don't know. We're going to the Blue Lagoon today. At least that's the goal. And the city from the boat looks amazing. It's just very cream. So it'd be good to explore that. But for now, we're waiting on the next boat to leave and then we'll try to find the Blue Lagoon. The ship docked at 9 o'clock this morning, so that didn't really give us enough time because we woke up at like 9:30 and then by time to get ready and then actually have breakfast and leave the ship, it was close to noon. So by time all of that happened, it was already too late to head to the Blue Lagoon. So basically what I'm doing right now is just walking around, and man, the hills are insane here, but it's so tightly packed. Like the cars have to park on the sidewalk in order to fully park and not be in everyone's way. So right now I saw this huge dome on the walk, so I'm gonna go closer to it. Like the hill down was very intimidating at first, so I went to another avenue and went down the hill. But so far, look, I can walk out the center, Valletta, I think it's called. Yeah, something like that. Yep. So I don't feel weird walking around talking to the camera because I'm a tourist here and I don't care if people look at me weird, and people have been looking at me weird since the ship, so I don't care.
Behind me, we have a giant water fountain. And I'm guessing there's water supposed to be coming out of the top, but the water level is very low. Malta, favorite. Hands down. Hands down. That's it. Literally.
Today, the ship will be sailing to the next destination all day,
A day at sea.
which means I have to get creative with my food to make it taste somewhat palatable. I got extra eggs from breakfast, thanks to mom, and I decided to make my grandmother's egg sandwich and add it to the veggie burger I requested for lunch, which is all potatoes, by the way. If I didn't know how to blend ingredients together, I would have had an even harder time with the food selection. Thank goodness I eat fish sometimes, which we had to beg them to season because they were going to only use salt and pepper, which, FYI, is just the start of the seasoning process. Anyways, besides walking the top deck from the front of the ship to the back and gazing out into the abyss, there wasn't much to do. The one thing I said I'd do today, since we're at sea all day, was go to the gym. And I found where it was earlier. So now it's 7:44 and I'm gonna go to the gym because normally I was supposed to be at dinner for 7:30, but that has been just a horrible experience after horrible experience. And I'm like, no more. I'm not going. So I'm gonna go to the gym. Finally. I literally walked in like a million circles, but I finally found it.
casual attire tonight for dinner. So the fact that I'm going to a buffet and not the actual restaurant, and it's 9 something, I'm just casually fit tonight. I don't care, honestly. I'm not hungry and I'm gonna eat something very light to just hold me over until breakfast tomorrow. After a long day of doing nothing and mostly resting, it's time to remove my makeup. I start with oil to loosen the makeup. I prefer argan oil because it's light, but you can use coconut oil or olive, it all works. Once I have that lathered in, I use my microfiber towel and remove the makeup. We are rocking. Best thing I ever bought.
Very good. Okay, bye.
I don't dread this process anymore. All thanks to one of the best purchases I've ever made, the Wipe Your Face Off microfiber face towel. It's made the process so much easier. I'll add micellar water to the towel and go in again to make sure that I get everything off my face, and my face is squeaky clean. After cleaning, it's time to add hyaluronic acid serum and my oil mix to keep the skin fully moisturized while I sleep. And that's my nighttime routine for my face, really. Very simple and not overwhelming anymore. We made it to the fourth stop and docked at 8 in the morning.
Barcelona. Spain.
Today, I'm doing the most tourist thing I've ever done. That's right. We're taking a hop-on, hop-off bus to tour the city. And what a beautiful city it is. On the tour bus, we learned all about the famous Antoni Gaudi, the man responsible for most of the sculptures and buildings in Spain. I would have loved to be able to explore his mind because the things he designed, whew, I've never seen anything like it. They are literally out of this world.
in all honesty, I did not know this existed. So I am completely in awe right now. Wow. Holy hell. The Sagrada Familia started construction in the 1800s and they're still not finished with it. I mean, I can see it is grand as hell. But what? Wow. Insane. Insane.
Yes, I know I said I wouldn't go back to the restaurant for dinner, but mom was going to go by herself and I decided to just go with her. We went to the buffet after, but there were no choices there either, so pineapples and tea for dinner. Good thing I had that paella earlier.
Marseille, France. Last major stop. Good morning.
Today I decided to try the breakfast at the restaurant. Yes, the same restaurant that can't seem to get the food right. But apparently they do breakfast very well. It looked better than how it tasted. Whatever, let's go explore.
I just got this for free from a gentleman that is from Senegal. And he was like, "Do you know Africa?" I was like, "No, I didn't know Africa." But so far, the city is very quiet because today's Sunday and apparently a lot of places actually close on Sunday. So we're just walking around and enjoying the peacefulness of the actual city. And it's very pretty, it's very clean. That is one thing I really love about these European countries that we've visited so far. They are all clean. Amazing. Amazing.
And it lives in 15, or you can wait just in front in the shade.
I made it to the top of the hill. This was the hill. So, finally made it to the top. And it is a gorgeous view of Marseille. My God, look at this. When I tell you I was just spontaneous, we passed the beach and I was like, the water looks nice. We gotta go in, right? So we went in. We actually, no, before that, we don't have any bathing suits or anything because we stashed our clothing at a locker drop off. So don't have anything on us except the things that we walk with throughout the day. Had to get a bathing suit, and that was one huge scavenger hunt. But found this place where I actually got a bathing suit for €5. No towel, no nothing. Decided, hey, we're going in the water. We went in, got out, washed off, and literally went in a corner somewhere and just change your clothes. Insanity, but spontaneous. I feel like the water was very cool and it felt really good. Very, 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 very awesome. And I'm just happy that we did that. There's a lot of things that I would have done differently if I had all my things with me, but I didn't. So the fact that it was still done and I still got to enjoy the water, even though that was not on the plan today, but hey, it feels amazing. I'm just here living my French girl dream. And now I need food. Absolutely. So hungry as hell, food. French girl.
It was literally the hardest to find food that wasn't smothered in butter in France. A waitress literally laughed at us when we told her no butter. So we had to find somewhere else. And authentic Chinese food never fails. They had a vegan menu and it was so
good.
Bonjour. It is after 9 p.m. I am walking down Rue de Leviche in Marseille, France. The ship left at 4 o'clock. It is after 9 right now. And I am absolutely happy that I am no longer on that ship. There's so much to say about that cruise. Let's start down the line. So, if it's a little dark, it's because I'm walking in and out of light. But first, the room was so small, it was impossible to have all the luggage set out. It was so tiny. It was stupid. And on top of that, this is supposed to be a luxury cruise, right? It was not. It was not. It was chaotic. It got really dark. Sorry. Do I have my light? I think I have my light. 1 second. Okay, I'm in better light now. Anyways, number 2, the food. I don't eat certain things, right? I don't eat dairy and I don't eat meat because my stomach cannot deal with it. They said, listen, you can't have it. So I listen. They had a vegan corner the first day we showed up. And I'm like, yes, this is awesome. I can always have something to eat. That excitement was very shortly lived because I think they believe vegans do not have taste buds. I don't know why they think that, but every single thing that was a vegan option was completely tasteless, except one thing, and it was like lentil with coconut. That was it. That was literally it. There was one night where the main thing for the vegans was saute cabbage. How does that make sense? Saute freaking cabbage. Like, that's the best you can come up with? Really? That is the major issue with them because it's like you pay so much money to go enjoy the transportation of a ship, right? And then you get there and that is what you get. And it's not even just the vegan option or the vegetarian option, which was very poor. Everything else, meat-wise, especially what my mom had, they were like, it's very salty. So not only are you thinking that vegans and vegetarians have no taste buds, you're also making the food extra salty. It was ridiculous. Half the time when you're supposed to get dressed up for dinner and go down to the restaurant for dinner, it's like, I'd rather just go to the actual buffet upstairs and put something together where I know it will probably taste good. Because whatever you're bringing to me at this table does not taste good. Okay? And then you have the people who are on the cruise. It's just the other travelers, not the workers, the other travelers. The percentage of black people who were on this cruise was like 0.01%. Literally. To make it worse, when the white people walked past us, they just stared. Why are you staring at me? Did you not think we could be here? I don't get it. I literally don't get it. So it made me feel a little uncomfortable because it's just so weird being stared at. Wow, this is so cool. So I'm in this area called La Panier, and it's kind of like an art street now where there's a lot of graffiti on the walls and all. And on the walk here, I decided to tell you why I'm not on the ship anymore, even though the ship has one more day. That we're basically they're disembarking tomorrow in La Spezia, Italy, and yeah, decided, hey, we're getting off in France and going back to Barcelona. So this is why I'm here in France in the night, and I'm gonna catch a bus later on to go back to Barcelona because Barcelona needs more exploration, and the short little time that we had was not enough. Those are my main issues with the cruise. The lies about it being a luxury cruise, it's not. My sister's room was flooded, the toilet flowed over. Mom said that every time she tried rolling on the bed, which she couldn't sleep because every time she tried rolling, she felt like she was going to fall off. That's how small the freaking beds were. And then on top of that, the rooms were small. So it's like everything in between, it was just insane. I would not recommend anyone go on MSC. And it's stupid because it's like, this was a great way to come and see all of these countries, and it did not work out at all. So I don't recommend it. I had a horrible time on the ship. Great time in each of the countries. Malta is still my favorite. Hands down. I can't wait to go back. And Barcelona definitely is going to get more exploration. But MSC, you need to do better. It
At the end of it all, I had an amazing time in all the countries. And despite the ship, this was truly a dream come true. With each journey that we venture on, you have to take the good with the bad. Because honestly, that's what makes life more exciting. Love, Jody.